Hello, guys. How are you? I really want to welcome all of you to our first session for this course, which is English 5, okay? Intermediate 2. Here I'm going to present the basic rules according to the course that you're going to take, as well as the different topics we're going to study throughout this module, all right? De nuevo, les doy la bienvenida, queridas estudiosos. Vamos a tener durante la presentación de hoy dos partes, básicamente las reglas de clase del curso y en segundo lugar los temas gramaticales del primer módulo y las actividades pertinentes que ustedes deben presentar. Okay, so if you have any question, don't forget to tell me. You can write a message by YouTube so you can do it. You are free to do it. So here we have the following information. We are going to start. My name is Angela Garzón, and I'm going to be your teacher during this course, all right? So here we're going to see like general objectives according to each level. So basically, first of all, we're going to focus on the learning objectives for this course, the important dates and deadlines. Recordemos que hay fechas establecidas para cada una de las actividades y asimismo están las fechas límites dentro del calendario or the schedule that you can see right there in the platform. The instructions for the first module, las instrucciones para el primer módulo, and the practice the content for the first two and the third activity, because there are two activities and a quiz as well. So here we have the schedule. We're going to start with this part because it's pretty important that you take into account all the things in relation to that. Algo muy importante para notar en esta parte es que ustedes más o menos tienen 5 días hábiles en caso de que se presente algún tipo de situación de urgencia, de calamidad, y debido a ello, ustedes no puedan enviar como tal dicha tarea. En este caso, se debe presentar una excusa que evidencie dicha situación y posteriormente se dará una apertura con fecha extra límite para la presentación de la misma, okay? So here we have our schedule, where we can see right here. We have the first module. For this one, we have the video class right there, the task, the forum, and the quiz. The first task is called advising, is the title of it. Remember something, the deadline according to this activity is going to be until February the 12th, all right? According to the second forum, or the first forum of the second activity is called illnesses, is going to be available until February the 19th, all right? And the quiz, module 1, it's going to be open until February the 24th. So here you're going to see the percentages for each of them. So the first and the second activity are going to be graded over 6.5%. And the quiz, the 12%, just for you to take into account those percentages. Today's class, we're going to focus on comparatives and superlatives, modal verbs and non-verbs. Okay. Comparatives and superlatives. When we talk about these four, maybe you think about, los verbos modales que uso tiene. So depends according to the modal verb that we're going to have, there is a specific use and of course a specific connotation of it. Recordemos que dentro de los verbos modales tenemos el should, tenemos el must, we have can, could, might, among others, entre otros, right? Grammar structure. We're going to focus on should have, could have, and might have. Should have hace referencia a un verbo modal que nos indica un tipo de arrepentimiento acerca de cierta situación que vivimos. En este caso es muy importante que tengamos en cuenta que hay diferentes verbos modales. Tenemos dos tipos de verbos, unos que están en presente y otros que están en pasado. Esos que están en pasado indican algún tipo de arrepentimiento o de posibilidad de cómo pudieron ser las cosas en un momento determinado diferentes, right? So in this way, we are going to work on modal verbs in past. It means that you are going to express a regret or how you dream about like doing another thing different or in a different way as was at that period of time. Basically, according to that, this one is the grammar structure for each of them. We have the subject, should have, could have, or might have. Something in common is the use of have because it is the same thing. Just the thing that we're going to change is the modal verb we have. Should, could, or might. It depends. The verb in past participle right there in all of them and the complement, of course. This one is just the grammar structure, but I really want to focus on that because it is important to know how the rules are in regards to how we can transform one sentence to another word depends on the tense we really want to use. Examples. She should have studied more to approve the English course. Okay. According to this situation, I really want to welcome you to think about what was the original situation this person had and why she is saying that thing, right? Okay. I'm going to go back to see if any one of you is right here connected, but not yet. All right. So I'm going to continue. Ok, de acuerdo a los ejemplos que vamos a ver de ahora en adelante, lo ideal es que para cada una de esas situaciones que están expresando algún tipo de remordimiento, pensemos en cuál fue esa situación anterior o del pasado que hizo promover o concluir este tipo de enunciado. ¿Ok? So if we say she should have studied more to approve the English course, it's because what? It's because that at that time she was paying attention like in different things, but she wasn't focused on studying for the English test, right? Or for the English tests. It depends according to the person you are talking about. Ella debió haber estudiado más para aprobar ese curso de inglés. En este caso estamos hablando de una situación anterior donde ella no tuvo tiempo suficiente o no hizo práctica de este idioma extranjero para poder aprobar este curso. Number 2, they should have gone to the Amazon region when they could afford it. Okay, this could afford it is referring to when you have money to pay for something. But, for example, sometimes you have money, but you say, no, I prefer buying things for my house or I have to pay my bills. It depends, right? But basically, at that period of time, like this person wasn't there, so they are talking about, oh, maybe at that time, if we hadn't gone there, it would be an amazing experience. Or they didn't do it, so nothing to change. Should have. There is a general structure right there. We're going to read it. Should have means that something did not happen, but we wish it had happened. We use should have to talk about past mistakes or regrets. Your choices. Do do it now, regret it later. Ok. En este caso, se should have, como lo hemos mencionado anteriormente, se refiere a alguna situación que hicimos, que ocurrió en el momento, pero que quisiéramos cambiarla de alguna manera. Es decir, que expresamos algún tipo de error en el pasado o de arrepentimiento. Let's continue. Might have. Might have means that something did not happen, but we wish it had happened. We use could have to talk about speculations. Okay. So, might have is to talk about this part, speculation, when we speculate about a situation. She might have taken classes when she was younger, but she was working, right? Ella pudo haber tomado clases cuando era más joven, pero ella estaba trabajando. Es una especulación, esa segunda parte que mencionamos, que sería el complemento de la primera. So we are just thinking about the reason why like she might had like that situation before. We might have gone to doctor, but she hates going to hospitals. Nosotros podríamos ir al doctor, pero ella odia ir a los hospitales. Si ella pudo haber hecho tal cosa y no la hizo, yeah? So we start thinking about why, yeah? For example, there is a couple, sorry, and they really want to get married. Suddenly, they say, no, I regret about it. In that part, you can make an speculation why this person didn't do it, yeah, basically. What this person is not going to do. Could have. Means that something did not happen, but we wish it had happened. We use could have to talk about regrets. Examples. She should have taken classes when she was younger, and he could have met that famous person that day. Ok, ella pudo haber tomado clases cuando era más joven. Nosotros pudimos haber conocido a esa persona famosa ese día. Pero no lo hicimos, estamos hablando de algún tipo de arrepentimiento, something that we didn't do it because many things happened at that moment, but this is our conclusion, it is the result we have. Enough, okay? So I'm going to go back again to see if someone is connected. If you have any questions, don't forget to contact me. Right now you can just write your question and to see if there is any doubt. All right, here we're going to continue. Entonces, algo para recordar, muy importante, tener en cuenta que esos verbos modales, como el could, como el might, como el should, solitos vendrían a ser verbos modales del presente, pero en este caso, como van acompañados siempre del have, should have, they could have, and they might have, son verbos modales en pasado. All the things that we're going to mention using those verbs referring to a previous experience or a previous activity. We're going to continue with another topic. We're going to change it. It's completely different and it is regarding to enough. Vamos ahora a cambiar el tema. Eso se hace referencia a una palabra que se utiliza para hablar de algo que es suficiente o que es adecuado. Enough is used to talk about what is sufficient or adequate. Structures with enough. Okay. Here you're going to see different grammar structures, and then right there into the sentences, you can see the use of them. Pretty much taking into account something. For the first and the second use, we have an adjective and an adverb, and after that, enough. For the third one, we have first of all, enough plus noun. Yeah, but it depends according to the situation we really want to refer to. My mother tried to explain to my father why some women suffer from depression, but he wasn't open-minded enough to understand. Ok, vamos a identificar cuál es el adjetivo de la oración y cuál es la palabra enough. En este caso tenemos open-minded and enough. Lo suficientemente abierto de pensamiento para entender algún tipo de situación. En este caso hace referencia a él. My father was tall enough to change the light bulb without using a chair or a ladder. Okay. In this case, we are talking about that you really want to change the light bulb because it's not working well or it's off or something like that. En este caso, si queremos cambiar una bombilla, decimos mi padre era lo suficientemente alto para poder realizar esta acción. It means that this person is really able to do it. Adverb plus enough. Sasha took the sun early enough to be able to go home. So Sasha early enough, it's regarding to what? Tomó el examen lo suficientemente temprano para ir a casa. Kevin and Rock tried to do well enough in the quiz to improve their grade, point average. It means that Kevin y Ray intentaron hacer las cosas lo suficientemente bien en el quiz para mejorar la nota que ellos tenían, el promedio. Enough plus now. Lindsay thought that she had enough perseverance to reach far in life. Paul's family had enough money to buy the luxurious condo in Miami. Siempre que nosotros tengamos sacar ese caso sustantivo, la idea es que coloquemos el enough precediendo esa palabra. ¿Ok? Bastante perseverancia o bastante dinero. 2. To is used to talk about when it says in the amount of something. The difference pretty much is enough is something that is sufficient. You consider that is good to have in that way. Bar 2 is an excess. It's something that you don't like too much. All right? Structures with 2. We have 2 plus adjective, 2 plus adverb, and 2 plus noun. Algo para considerar, teniendo en cuenta la gramática en esta parte, es que primero siempre vamos a colocar el to y este va a ir seguido de un adjetivo, de un adverbio o de un pronombre. I have never felt such love in my life. This is too surreal. Es demasiado irreal. The doctor was too sweet to little kiddies. He always gave them candy for behaving well and not crying. Nia finished the police report too early, so her boss gave her another one to do. And she had gone to the doctor too late, so the cancer had already done his damage. All right. En este caso, el reporte de policía está bastante temprano o bastante tarde. Ahí, este tú ya por sí tiene una indicación negativa, right? It's bastante, so you don't like it. The rice had too many raisins. El arroz tiene bastantes uvas, right? So we're saying no. I like raisins, but not too much. Lola said that she had too much work to do and that she could not attend the party tomorrow. All right. Phrasal verbs. Let's continue. Entonces tenemos primero verbos modales en pasado, posteriormente el uso del enough and el to, and now we're going to continue with the use of phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are commonly used in informal speaking, right? But sometimes we use in writing part, but not in an academic text, for instance. The definition of them are those verbs made of a verb and a preposition or an adverb or both, so they have a new meaning. Entonces recordemos, el verbo por sí solo tiene un significado específico, más si este va acompañado de una preposición o de un adverbio, este significado se va a modificar. Examples: get into, to enter, break out, get away, escape, fill out, complete a format, wake up, invent. With adverbs, give back, return, pick up, collect, and try out, test by using. With prepositions, get on, continue, grow up, become an adult, and show up, arrive. All right. So, according to all of them, yeah, we have to be very careful according to the use and pretty much the meaning on each of them. We are going to see some examples right now. He gets into the psychology lab. En este caso, tenemos que get solo puede significar miles de acciones, right? Porque es uno de los verbos que tienen más significados. Or psychology lab means something special, yes? So, he gets into, we're going to go here and say, oh, to enter. So he enters to the psychology lab. It's going to be completely the same. Number two, he made up a new pill to overcome cancer disease. Made up, it is the phrasal verb. And what does it mean? So we're going to choose, or here we're going to focus on that. Como este tipo de enunciado, el made está en pasado, o sea, el pasado de make, we're going to replace by invent. So he invented a new pill to overcome cancer disease. They get on testing chemicals to eradicate symptoms of cold. Okay, get on. Get on, continue. They continue testing chemicals to eradicate symptoms of cold. Entonces, como vemos acá, cada uno de sus verbos fresales cumple un objetivo específico y se determina de acuerdo también al contexto que tenemos del enunciado cuando no conocemos el significado de este. I'm going to go back, or I do see you. All right. So let's continue. Uses recent past activities. I've just been taking medicine. Ahora vamos a hablar de ese presente perfecto continuo que hace relación a actividades recientes. I've just been taking medicine. Yo justamente había estado tomándome la medicina. Ok. En este caso, ese taken no es la forma correcta, sino con ing, with ing, right? There is a mistake right here. She has been writing her autography since 1987. This has been is okay. Okay, if we say she has been writing her autobiography, ella está escribiendo su autobiografía, right? I haven't been eating much lunch today or lately, so I've been going to the gym at lunch times. Okay. Entonces recordemos que para el presente perfecto continuo tenemos el sujeto, en este caso el have, in contraction, shorter way, has or haven't, later, been, and been, because that is going to be the same thing. And the later word, it is the object, it is the verb followed by ing. Now, let's continue. Past perfect continuous. It's a little bit similar, but there is a huge difference, which regarding to in this part, we just focus on previous experiences. So refers to an action and condition that continued until a specific point in the past. Formation. Modal verb. Okay. Refers to an action that condition that continued until a specific point in the past. Formation, what we can say according to it. Modal verb plus had been plus verb with ing. And the uses duration before another action in the past and cause of something in the past. Okay, for those uses, so the first one is duration before another action in the past cause of something in the past. She became ill because she had been eating unhealthy. Ella se enfermó porque ella había estado comiendo no saludablemente. Right? That is going to be the first example. Okay, so he passed English because she had been studying a lot. There is the other example we have. Okay, now I'm going to go back to see if someone is disconnected, but not yet. Right there, I'm going to show you the two activities that you're going to, well, that you're going to do. Recordemos que todos ustedes están bienvenidos a compartir sus experiencias, ya sean académicas o personales, en cuanto a una explicación breve que se da en este paso de introducción y socialización. Here you can see getting to know you. Right there is an example with my comments. You can just take it into account and follow the model. Okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you Module 1. For the Module 1, for the first activity we have is advising, which is a workshop, right? The idea of this sentence is to complete all the spaces, all the information necessary, like to think about like the way that you can make those sentences. So here in advising, we have the use of past modals, phrasal verbs, to and enough, present perfect continuous, and past perfect continuous. Es un taller donde aparecen diferentes tipos de pregunta, algunas abiertas, otras con opción múltiple, listas desplegables, etc. La idea es que ustedes puedan practicar cada uno de sus ejercicios dentro de las leyes y fechas establecidas. En este caso, algo importante para notar es que cuando alguna de las preguntas sea de manera abierta, deben ustedes cerciorarse de subir correctamente cada uno de los archivos. Ok. I'm going to come here. Illnesses task. Okay. Those are the instructions. First of all, you're going to check the link provided to discern what to Padlet, illnesses and symptoms. Access to www, or in this case, http is umb. For this punto, you say period, edu or edu.com. Recordemos que el period junto con el dot es diferente. Cuando estamos hablando de páginas web y vemos algún punto, lo decimos como that. Pero en el caso de que estemos leyendo algún tipo de texto y queramos enfocarnos en el punto aparte, decimos period or full stop, but it depends. Select one of the four cases provided, listen to the audio, and read the three documents for the information selected. Make your own analysis to solve the next questions. What had the deceased been doing during his or her last hours? Okay, so this one is the first part according to the activity. For the second one, make your own analysis to solve the next questions. You have to be very careful according to the instructions of each for this activity. What had the deceased been doing during his or her last hour? Consider all details from medical report and the police report. Entonces, van a tener muy en cuenta todas las instrucciones que se dan allí para luego proceder a la práctica. Aquí van a encontrar un ejemplo del video que ustedes deben de subir para que sigan dicho modelo, teniendo en cuenta cada una de las cosas que nos mencionan durante el segundo punto de la actividad. Okay. And then we have the test, which is related to, of course, all the things or all the topics we already saw. So if you have any questions, so you can do it right now. I really hope that you understand the different topics, the explanation. Recordemos que tenemos diferentes recursos dentro de la plataforma. Acá ustedes pueden ver el plan de curso, las competencias, el cronograma de actividades in activities schedule. The etiquette are the rules for presenting jobs or words. Later, we have the learning material for each module. So, infographics, references, and vocabulary. Those three elements are very pertinent to check because they allow you and guide you to understand how they work. En este caso vemos todos los archivos que referencian a las infografías.